Imagine floating in a dark ancient sea. The water is warm, but something feels off. A massive shadow glides beneath you, impossibly long, impossibly large. Suddenly, a small snake-like head emerges, attached to a neck that stretches on and on. This is no ordinary creature. This is Albertonectes, a true giant of the prehistoric oceans. Its enormous body moves with 4 powerful flippers, wings beating the water in steady rhythm. The neck, longer than a school bus, is a living periscope scanning the depths. You watch as it vanishes into the gloom, a silent, graceful hunter. This isn't fantasy. Albertonectes really existed, swimming in the ancient seas that once covered North America. It was one of the longest animals of its time, a sea monster ruling its underwater world. Its name means Alberta swimmer, a nod to where its bones were found. Albertonectes represents the peak of plesiosaur evolution, marine reptiles as successful in water as dinosaurs were on land. To understand Albertonectes is to glimpse the incredible diversity and scale of life during the Cretaceous. Seeing such a creature would change your view of the natural world forever. It reminds us that Earth's history is filled with animals far stranger than anything alive today. Albertonectes was a marvel of biological engineering. Its neck, body and hunting style all tell a story of survival in a primeval ocean. These monsters were the products of millions of years of evolution, perfectly adapted to their world. The oceans were their kingdom, and they ruled with silent power. Let's dive deeper into the world of this 70-foot Cretaceous sea monster. The adventure is just beginning. To find Albertonectes, we must travel back 74 million years to the late Cretaceous. The world was warmer, with no polar ice caps and much higher sea levels. Vast, shallow oceans covered much of what is now dry land. North America was split by the Western Interior Seaway, stretching from the Arctic to the Gulf of Mexico. Alberta, where Albertonectes was found, was completely underwater. This seaway was a thriving ecosystem, filled with a stunning variety of life. It was a tropical paradise, but also a dangerous place. The air was thick with carbon dioxide, and lush forests grew where there is now tundra. Warm oceans made ideal habitats for reptiles like Albertonectes. The Western Interior Seaway supported a rich food chain, from plankton to giant marine reptiles. This was near the end of the age of reptiles, 8 million years before the Great Extinction. Life had evolved into spectacular forms, and plesiosaurs had been swimming the oceans for over 100 million years. They diversified into many shapes and sizes. Albertonectes was one of the last and most extreme examples of the long-necked lineage. It was a final flourish before the curtain fell on their incredible reign. The world it inhabited was as extraordinary as the creature itself. The discovery of Albertonectes was pure chance. In 2007, a mining company in southern Alberta was digging for ammonite, a gemstone formed from ancient ammonite shells. As heavy machinery scraped away rock, a backhoe operator noticed a series of large connected bones. Realizing their importance, he stopped digging and contacted the Royal Tyrrell Museum. Paleontologists rushed to the site and uncovered a gigantic marine reptile fossil, remarkably complete, though missing its head and part of its neck. Excavating the fossil was painstaking work, requiring years of careful effort in the field and lab. Once cleaned and assembled, scientists realized they had a new species and a record breaker. They named it Albertonectes vandervelde, Alberta swimmer, honoring both its home and the operator, Cecil Vandervelde, who found it. His quick thinking saved a priceless scientific treasure. This discovery shows how ordinary people can make extraordinary contributions to science. Sometimes the greatest finds happen by accident. The collaboration between industry and science preserved a window into a lost world. Albertonectes might have remained hidden forever if not for a moment of curiosity. The fossil is now a key to understanding prehistoric oceans. It's a reminder that our planet's secrets often lie just beneath our feet. Every discovery adds a new chapter to Earth's story. Albertonectes was waiting to be found. What did Albertonectes look like? In a word, extreme. As an elasmosaur, it took long necks to the next level, 70 feet from nose to tail. Its neck alone was about 33 feet, made of a record 76 vertebrae. For comparison, humans and giraffes have just 7 neck bones. The neck made up half its body length, a flexible tool for hunting. The body was barrel-shaped and muscular, powering 4 massive flippers. These flippers acted like giant paddles, propelling it through the water with strength and grace. Scientists believe it flew underwater, much like a sea turtle or penguin. The head, in contrast, was tiny, likely just 2 feet long, filled with sharp, interlocking teeth. These teeth weren't for chewing, but for snatching slippery prey like fish and squid. Albertonectes was a bizarre combination: gigantic body, hyper-long neck, and a small needle-toothed head. Its design was highly specialized for its environment. The neck allowed it to hunt in ways no other animal could. Its streamlined body made it an efficient swimmer, able to cruise vast distances. Every part of its anatomy tells a story of adaptation and survival. Albertonectes was a marvel of prehistoric engineering. It was built for life in the open ocean. How did Albertonectes compare to other giants? Among plesiosaurs, it was one of the longest ever known, with the most neck vertebrae of any animal. While other elasmosaurs like Elasmosaurus were also long, Albertonectes pushed the limits of this body plan. Its length was impressive, but it wasn't especially heavy. Its neck was mostly bone and muscle, not bulk. Other marine reptiles, like mosasaurs, were shorter, but much more massive and powerful. Mosasaurs were brute force hunters. Albertonectes was a specialized long-range predator. Compared to today's animals, only the blue whale is longer, but with a completely different body shape. No living animal has a neck that makes up half its body length. Albertonectes was a unique evolutionary experiment, shaped by the warm, productive seas of the Cretaceous. Its existence shows how different environments create different giants. Studying it is like peering into an alternate evolutionary universe. Albertonectes was a titan in a world of titans. How did Albertonectes hunt with such a strange body? Its tiny head and super long neck suggest a unique feeding strategy. It didn't chase or battle large prey. Its neck wasn't built for wrestling. Instead, it targeted small, fast-moving animals like fish and squid. The genius of its design? It could sneak its tiny head into schools of fish, far from its massive body. The neck acted like a fishing rod, allowing quick, stealthy strikes. Some theories suggest it probed the seafloor, but deep-water fossils make this unlikely. More likely, it was a mid-water ambush predator, using its flexible neck to surprise prey from the side or below. Its long needle-like teeth formed a perfect trap. Once a fish was caught, escape was impossible. Albertonectes swallowed its prey whole, one small meal at a time. This feeding style let it gather enough energy to power its gigantic body. It was a master of stealth and precision in the ancient seas. Its hunting strategy was as remarkable as its anatomy. The Bearpaw Sea, home to Albertonectes, was vibrant and dangerous. Deep, dark, and far from land, its waters teemed with life. Plankton fed vast schools of ammonites and fish, including the fearsome Xephactinus. This abundance supported giants like Albertonectes and other marine reptiles. Mosasaurs, the apex predators, shared these waters, powerful hunters with bone-crushing jaws. An adult Albertonectes was likely safe from attack, but young or sick individuals were vulnerable. Above, giant pterosaurs soared, and car-sized sea turtles paddled below. Sharks like Cretaceous were constant threats. Every animal was both hunter and hunted in this world of peril. For Albertonectes, survival meant finding enough food and avoiding larger predators. Its size was its best defense in a violent ecosystem. The Bearpaw Sea was a stage for dramatic prehistoric life. Why study Albertonectes? Fossils like this are windows into Earth's past. They reveal how life adapts in spectacular ways, pushing traits like neck length to the extreme. Studying Albertonectes helps us understand ancient climates, vital knowledge as our own world changes. Its discovery, saved by a quick-thinking machine operator, shows the importance of preserving fossils. Collaboration between industry and science can protect priceless history. Albertonectes sparks our imagination, a real-life sea monster challenging our ideas of what's possible. These creatures are part of our world's heritage. By studying them, we learn about evolution, extinction, and the forces shaping life today. The Alberta swimmer, silent for 74 million years, still has stories to tell. Its legacy endures, echoing from a vanished ocean.